great. I'll be super excited. All right, so moving on to the next topic at hand. The Nintendo Direct or Mini Direct happened this past week. Oh, hang on. Actually, I need to change that to time. Boom. There we go. All right. So, the Nintendo Mini Direct happened this past week. And there were definitely a lot of games that were announced. And the league I talked about in last week's podcast, I had thought would be talked about in this mini direct, but it was not in. So more than likely, hopefully that leak was real. I'm expecting it to be announced in the more proper direct when that happens. But what we did get is we got a bunch of games. And let me just go down the list real quick. The World Ends of View, which everybody lost their goddamn mind when that was announced. It's coming to the Switch.
Greg is begging to come in for this. Greg is begging for it.
He is. Even I'm just audio. All right. Hang on. Greg wants in this badly.
He is begging for this one.
Okay, there might be some weird stuff going on the right box, but yeah, let me get him in here.
He's gonna shove me out of the way.
It's gonna be like trying to balance. Oh wait, no. What's your? It's Chubb. Yeah. Okay. Chubb. There. All right. So yeah, the little weirdness happening right now on the right side there. There, they got both Alex and Greg. Also now,
I'm an idiot who passed out, and I gotta turn down my phone because that's gonna sound weird.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds really weird.
So I'm gonna resume this now. So Greg, now that you're here, like, what do you want to talk about with the mini direct?
Well, you were listing off the games, but I was gonna say that what I think is fascinating about the direct was that it was a mini direct, not a full direct.
Yeah, that is true.
But they did have a big announcement in there.
Oh yeah. The very last game, yes.
Yeah.
that was huge. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
So the first game that was announced was The World Ends of View. People lost their goddamn minds. I know that people on my Twitter list were just going like, it's coming to the Switch. Pokken Tournament DX DLC. They announced some new DLC character, which, is it me or is Pokemon just getting more lazier and lazier with their characters? Like this new Pokemon is straight up just a sword.
Oh no, that's been around for a while.
Okay, all right.
There's like 3 different versions of it. There's like a sword and shield, and then there's just a straight up shield version. Yeah. I think they ran out of ideas like 3 generations ago.
Gotcha. All right. Good thing I'm not the only one thinking that. Kirby Star Allies, which was announced back at E3, but a new trailer for the game showed off a slew of new abilities, artists, spider change-up Kirby's available move sets, and there'll also be a mix of match abilities when replaying the game with Kirby's in co-op mode. I think which one was that one? Kirby Star Allies was. Let me look at it real quick.
I want to say it was a 3DS game, if I'm remembering correctly.
I believe you may be right on that. Let me go to images real quick. It was the side scroller. No. This is a Switch game. It's a side scroller that can play up to 4 people, and it's a new Kirby game. It's a new Kirby side scroller game for Switch.
Allies?
Yeah, it's the game where you got buff DDD. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
This is another Kirby side scroller, which I'm all down for. Kirby games always been good for the most part.
For the most part.
Next on the list, they announced.
Well, no. Okay, you're talking. Okay, Star Allies is the new one, right? That's the one that's coming out.
Yeah, March 16th.
So, what game were you talking about that was already out on the Switch? That was a side scroller.
No, I'm saying this is a Kirby side scroller that.
Yes. Okay, Anthony, what you were talking about a different Kirby game a second ago.
No, I was reading out the description. I'm going off of GameSpot's.
Because you said the last Kirby game, and I was trying to remember what the last Kirby game was.
No. I said that Kirby games are always pretty good.
Yeah, there hasn't been a 3D or like a 360 a Mario 64 or whatever with Kirby. It's always been two side scroller. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't terribly surprised that this was. What I think's interesting about it though is that it looks like it's more in lieu of what um, the SNES version was, where you could
yeah,
basically
yeah. It
the copyability could be like a friend like that's playing the game with you or something to that effect.
Yeah, it definitely harkens back from the visual aspect of it of the SNES version of which what was it, Kirby All Stars, or at least one of my
Kirby
favorites.
All-Stars,
Yeah, which is my favorite Kirby game of all time.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I enjoy Kirby. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Dragon Quest Builders demo is out today, so it's Minecraft but with Dragon Quest. So
kind of. Like it, I feel like it would be a little bit better if I could pull the camera back a little bit further on the game, but the fact that I can't, and everything is done, you have to do objectives. Like you don't get to just create and build and move things the way that you would in Minecraft.
gotcha. Okay. Next up was Hyrule Warriors Ultimate Edition, which basically is like the penultimate edition of Hyrule Warriors that include the 3DS characters, Wii U characters into the Switch. So yeah, you get to play Hyrule Warriors with every other character that you ever wanted to in a theme Masu game. What was it called? Man, I forgot the series, but like basically you're just killing like a bunch of enemies on the screen over and over again.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. I've seen like a Gundam game based in it.
Mhm.
Obviously, Dynasty Warriors and.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alex is disappeared. His webcam is gone.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Okay.
My Discord was acting a little bit weird. I was like, no, you don't need to be in this call anymore.
All right. Well, moving on. Mario Tennis Aces, which is cool. We get a new Mario Tennis game.
This is the one that I'm excited about because if it's like other Mario Tennis games where you get power-ups and abilities, it's going to be a super fun party game.
Yeah, definitely. On top of that, it's including a story mode for this game for the first time in a Mario Tennis game. So
not the first time. No, it's I want to say the second time maybe.
Okay. I remember seeing the trailer and they were kind of touting the fact like, and there's a story mode in this game. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, because there hasn't been for a long time. I want to say the N64 one had a story.
Okay.
I don't remember though. I know that people were talking about it online. It definitely wasn't a first time, but
right. That's cool. Interesting thing about this, as I'm reading the description, it's coming from the developers of Camelot, the team behind Golden Sun for GBA, and numerous other Mario sports titles. So that's interesting.
We've talked about how Nintendo is going to be outsourcing a lot of their IPs to make more exclusive stuff. So
right, definitely. Next game is Wise 8, Lucremia of Dana, anime RPG. Cool. Looks good for people who want to get into that. I know the series is just there's a fan base for it. So, but I have not much to say other than it looks good, on the Switch, and it's portable. So, yeah. This is cool. So they're supporting more content to Super Mario Odyssey, with the different outfits for Mario, sunshine shades, musician hats, knight armor helmet. But the other cool thing they're doing is like it's kind of like I don't want to say like a competitive mode, but like kind of is, regarding the balloon world mode.
Yeah, the Luigi balloon thing.
Yeah, where you get to hide the balloons and place them on the map or in the world, and you got to find them.
Pardon me, sorry. I'm not gung ho about this mode. I don't really think it's going to add too much to the game. I am interested to see exactly what it is. Like, what I'm kind of hoping is that I don't have to find friends' balloons. I'm hoping that like Luigi just shows up and he's like, "In each world, I've hidden 5 balloons. Go find them, Mario." And like that's what you get to do, which is kind of cool. Um, but I'm always down for them like adding new outfits for Mario, new things for him to wear.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I'm just surprised.
This is all free content too, as far as I know.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't seen no prices yet. I'm just surprised. It's cool to see that they're supporting the game with more content post launch.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious if they're going to do like some DLC for it at some point, which would be cool. I'd be down to see some more DLC for the game if that is the case. Next game is what you see behind us. I've been on a loop. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, which we talked a little bit on the Let's Play stream on Thursday, but it is literally just it is King of Fighters waifu game, as you see on screen, and you can customize different outfits for every character. They have odd things popping out like curry and other cute things and a snowball. Like this game is ultimate waifu, well, not ultimate waifu game, but this is quite literally King of Fighters waifu edition. Because it's going very much off of King of Fighters 14. In terms of the way it plays, just from the visual looks of it and the way it plays.
Why curry?
It's a Japanese thing. Curry, cute things, I guess.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like they're trying to compete with Dead or Alive.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Let's be honest here.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let's be honest. You look at this and, take away like the curry that they're throwing and shit like that, but doesn't it kind of remind you of Dead or Alive?
It as far as of customization, in terms of like the waifu material, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. If you compare both games to one another, like you can make a strong argument about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'll definitely look into it when it comes out for sure. Mario plus Rabbids DLC. They're putting in Donkey Kong into the game, and I believe it's just a new character. Yeah, it's just a new character. It's nothing else.
Yeah, people were on Twitter asking specific people involved with it if it was new levels or if it's just Donkey Kong, and it seems to be just Donkey Kong.
Yeah, just Donkey Kong.
But here's a plus side, and what's his name? The guy who did the music for it.
I know you're talking about too. What's his name?
Anyway, he talked about how playing with Donkey Kong, they were able to add in some music from Donkey Kong 64.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like remastered version of that. So I don't know what that means exactly. There might be levels, but we didn't see anything. So.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, Donkey Kong's coming to Mario plus Rabbids, spring of 2018. Payday 2. If you have not played that game at some point, because it seems like it's been on every other system known to mankind.
Jesus Christ.
Payday 2 port coming to the Nintendo Switch February 27th. Yeah.
There's not much to say about that game.
That game's turning into the new Skyrim.
Yeah, I know, right?
That game has been around so long that if you need us to talk about Payday 2, you should probably just get out of that rock you're under and go look at the internet.
Listen to the podcast about maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, probably more than that. It's been around a long time.
It has been. Payday
2 was coming out when I worked at Sony Online Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
It's been quite some time. But yeah, it's on the Switch now. So, Faye and Calisi, I'm mispronouncing, but it's the indie game that is part of EA Originals. It is coming to the Switch on February and January. Hang on. The company is highlighting Faye announced last year. The game now has a February 16 release date. Oh, it's a different game. Okay, so Faye is the game that's coming to the Switch on the 16th.
Oh,
and then Callisti is coming. Another game.
You might be mispronouncing it. I think it's Fee.
Fee, yeah, Fee.
Fee, like what you're gonna have to pay to be able to play it.
There you go. Yeah.
And then the other game, their indie game, is gonna be coming on the Switch on January 25th. which I'm trying to remember what this looks like. Oh, was this the side scroller? I think it might have been. It's actually been a game I actually really was interested in when I was checking it out.
Anthony's just doing research on his own right now, guys. Don't worry about it.
I'll
Yeah,
look at-
don't mind him. He's totally prepared. 100% prepared.
100% prepared. 100% prepared. Last two here, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze coming to the Switch as well. So at this point, it's basically if you have every game on the Wii U is going to just come to the Switch at some point. It seems from kind of reading on some of this news and looking at some future content, I think that's going to be the case for the most part.
Let's be honest, there's really no reason not to.
I know. It's anybody who sells anything on the Switch right now is making a good amount of profit. So it's kind of like, why not at this point?
Absolutely.
But it's coming out May 4th, and it's going to also include Funky Kong as one of the playable characters this time around. So I might be down for that, actually. It's a good game. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is actually a really good game. Last but not least, the Nintendo hinted in the mini direct, and you know, I didn't think it was gonna happen, or I had no idea what it was, and then they announced that Dark Souls Remastered is coming to the Switch.
That was the biggest announcement during the whole thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because what I think is fascinating is that this Dark Souls Remastered is not exclusive to the Switch.
Is it not? Is it?
No, it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One as well. But here's
It's just a remastering with a new console to be launched on.
Right. This was the announcement of the remaster, if you will.
Interesting. Okay.
This is the one that I wanted to talk about because I didn't know this on Thursday.
Wait.
It wasn't until I want to say like yesterday I found out.
Oh.
And yeah, because when you watch the trailer itself, at the end it says Xbox One, PS4 on it as well, next to the Switch part. And I think it's going to be on Steam too, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. Let's be honest. If it's not on Steam, they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember, okay. Dark Souls on the Switch for when you want to punish yourself at home and away.
From Software has been kind of busy as of late. They've had this coming out this year. They had the thing that I still think is Bloodborne 2 that was announced during last year at the Game Awards. Short.
I'm going to
10,
interrupt you real quick. Do we have to really watch this softcore porn the entire time?
We're about done. We're about done. We're about done.
It's just there.
I mean, it's.
You have no response.
Guys, Anthony likes it. It's fine.
Okay, Anthony likes it. We're done.
Hopefully, yeah.
If you don't want the podcast to go over too long, if you want to just kind of cut this one short, and I can do the brief Overwatch minute, it'll be like 2 minutes because there's nothing happened this week but Overwatch League. So.
Oh well, no. This is.
And there's your Overwatch minute.
Like no, that was the last thing on the list for the Nintendo Mini Direct. And then after this is going to be the Overwatch minute. So, yeah. But I was gonna say, everything they've announced for Nintendo Mini Direct, apart from the course, like it seems like the universal message is, I said it before, if you have a game and you want to bring it over to the Switch, do so, because anybody who does is making a lot of profit. And there's definitely a case, including, Payday 2 on the list. So that seems to be the running theme for the Switch so far.
I think the real theme for the Switch is Nintendo's going like, okay, so the Wii U was a total flop because we wouldn't let anybody bring any shit over. Let's just change that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't wrong. Yeah. I mean, there's a very clear reason why the Wii U failed, whereas the Wii didn't.
Yep.
They're absolutely looking at that, and they're going to change that with the Switch. I'll tell you right now, the Switch will be a dynamite kill all other systems when they bring just other apps, just video apps, Twitch, YouTube.
Oh
Netflix.
God, if I could watch Twitch on that thing, oh hell yes.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. There was apparently a video leak that is the case. But
But on that same note, like, more IPs, even if the IPs kind of suck, just keep bringing out IPs, like your original IP and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Yeah.
Start concentrating on classic games, because I tell you right now, if people can play Super Metroid on the go, they fucking will.
Yeah, definitely. I think Nintendo's definitely has a plan, and they are definitely executing it to a remarkable degree.
Finally.
I know, right? Well, it took them a while.
They have no excuse. They are one of the longest standing video game companies. They have no excuse.
They came in kicking and screaming when the whole connect to the internet thing popped in. Like, they were the last ones to really get on board with that.
They're the last ones that do anything.
They got dragged through the mud for that too. Like, they got dragged through the mud, and they were still bitching about having to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So it took them a while, but I think they finally figured things out. But also on top of that, there is like new management or new change with Nintendo staff as of late, and it's definitely is being shown now. Like the young blood of Nintendo is definitely helping out and making Nintendo, a name that is no longer like dragged in the mud anymore. Yeah, like a joke. So yeah, good stuff.
Let's be honest. There was a couple years there where it's like I'm a Nintendo gamer, and people just laugh.
I know. Bring back the vitality sensor. I think at this point it's such a.
Bring back Hey You Pikachu.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh my god! By the way, before we end this, how weird is that Detective Pikachu trailer?
I'm okay with it. I'm actually okay with it for the most part.
I'm gonna play it. I didn't say I wasn't gonna play it. It's
like weird. That's one of those games I'm not gonna play it, but by God, if somebody streams it on Twitch, I'm gonna watch that shit.
There you go.
Definitely. All right, so give me a second here. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, whatever. It's fine. All right, so. I need to get the setup actually real quick.
He wasn't ready for this at all, folks. That's totally my fault.
Yeah, it is actually Greg's fault.
It actually is. So you can't blame me for
I had
this
to
one.
stop my stream to pinch hit for Greg, and he didn't even say thank you because he's a dick.
I'm going to. I was just waiting until we were done talking about things.
I actually got a new video. I got a new video too. Let me actually do that.